Just move that on. If you want to go out there, just move that.
Welcome to Pepin Stadium, home of the Tampa Spartans for the championship game, well, second round game of the soccer championship between the University of West Alabama and the University of Tampa. Kevin Knowles and Connor Moore here providing coverage through TampaSpartans.tv. So, Connor, you mentioned something earlier to me about the field situation in Alabama, which caused them to come down here. You know a little bit more about that. Could you fill us in?
Yeah, definitely, Kevin. It's a great story. West Alabama had the better record coming in. They were 15-2-1 overall compared to Tampa's 9-3-3. But as you mentioned, their football field was not in a good enough condition to hold this game. So as a result, the Tigers of West Alabama will travel here to Pepin Stadium and take on the Spartans, which should be a great matchup. Two very talented teams.
Yep. Yeah, and when we look at the comparison on the stats, you know, both teams just over 2 goals a game, just about 2 assists a game. So attacking-wise, very even it looks like. But like you mentioned, must be a bit disappointing having to come down here, even though having the higher seed could play a factor having to travel this far.
Yeah, definitely. When you talk about something like this, it's usually 2 ways. They either respond with anger and they come out feisty and play a great game, or they can kind of, come out rusty and not really bring it. So it'll be interesting to see how the Tigers respond facing this adversity.
Yeah, we'll see. Looks like Tampa will start with the ball. Before the game had started, we had strong winds and rain going towards Tampa end of the field. That is all now stopped, but the field is nice and wet now, so crisp passes should be a factor, and low shots on goal are a danger.
Yeah, you can do that too. Definitely. Yeah, we're ready for soccer. Let's get it going. Playoffs. Can't beat it.
The camera guys is not here, so. Sorry. I'm gonna get out of your way in a minute.
The referee's just finishing setting up. Give him the go-ahead. And we are underway. Spartans with the ball.
Sorry. How are you right now?
Good ball movement here by the Tigers. Spartans trying to get their defense in line.
Good pressure there from Felipe de Sousa.
Yeah, Felipe de Sousa, someone who's been so good, offensive catalyst for this team. We're going to look to depend on him.
Yeah, Tampa's leading scorer in this season. Definitely a difference maker, especially late in the game, has a tendency to come through.
Yeah, he's put the Spartans on his back many occasions this year.
And Spartans almost winning it back here, and foul call. The starting lineups for West Alabama. Brad Lewis in goal. Jack Shields, Jamie Cox, Harrison Roberts, Ali Brador, Jean-Baptiste Meneo, Liam Ireland, Kyle McLeod, Alvaro Macias, Keegan McQueen, and Rakeem Ali. We'll cover Tampa's starting lineup in a second. D'Souza's in the box, looks for the cross. Has it cut out and launched forward by McLeod.
Yeah, here come the Tigers. Got a little advantage, trying to get momentum early.
McLeod wide open on this far side. Shot, first shot, great save from Jake Richards.
Yeah, Jake Richards going all out. Terrific save.
Yeah, Liam Ireland from about 25 yards out, testing him right there. And I watched him in the warm-up. He was hitting some bangers, so definitely a threat from outside the box. First corner kick here for West Alabama.
Yeah, this is going to be a real neck-and-neck game. I mean, the Tigers average 2.22 goals per game compared to the Spartans 2.13, so this should be a real hard-fought playoff soccer game.
Yeah, very even. Corner kick taken, whip towards the near post, headed out from Downing.
Jamie Cox controlling for the Tigers, trying to set up their attack.
McLeod on the ball. And a little bit of a rough pass there. Rain skipping, but Macias manages to hold on to it. McQueen doesn't quite get there. It'll be a goal kick. So already the rain being a factor now.
Yeah, something we're going to look throughout this game, how the players adjust. A pretty damp and moist field. So far, so good, though, for the Spartans, playing still defense.
Yeah, West Alabama with a high line here. Jake Richards on the goal kick. Towards Marcel Salokat. Flicks it. Doesn't quite get anywhere. Macias drops it back. Monty Barrow to Salokat. Yeah, through the legs of number 11, Liam Ireland there, but to no avail.
Yeah, that's another factor with the field, I think, Kevin. You know, just couldn't get enough power on that pass to get it to his teammate. You know, kind of was in no man's land and taken by the Tigers.
Yeah, so far these first 4 minutes, a little sloppy. Shot by Barrow from way outside the box.
I like that shot. You know, get the Tigers a little off track. You know, change the pace of the game.
Well, one thing when I was still playing here at UT a few years ago is with Coach Bush, he would always tell us, get a shot on target, put them on their back foot, let them know that we're attacking, you know. Kind of get the momentum in your way doing that, but we'll see. It's still early on in the game. Nothing's happened yet. The rain is starting to pick up again, I'm seeing, so a lot more wet, slippery shots and passes to come.
Definitely, yeah, and the wind is a huge factor as well. You know, we've been having a very windy day here in Tampa, but it's going to play a huge factor. So both teams have to deal with it, so we'll see who can deal with it better.
And, you know, and it's also a time of the day that both teams probably aren't used to playing. 1 p.m., usually the night games are, you know, 6 or 7. So whoever can adjust first to the time difference in the game and the weather will come out on top.
Yeah, definitely. I saw the Spartans were going through a walkthrough around this time yesterday. I like that by Adrian Bush, kind of getting his players a feel for, you know, this is when you're going to be playing tomorrow, so there's no confusion.
Darting forward here is Rakeem Ali with the shot. Pace taken off at number 9. Woo. Barely over the bar from Ali Brador.
Yeah, Ali Brador trying to thread the needle there. Spartans fortunate he just hit it a little bit over the top of the net.
Yeah, difficult skill there. A little bit of a volley at the top of the box. Not too far off.
Yeah, so far pretty back and forth. You know, both teams have gotten a few good looks, shots on goal. Both teams with 1 at the moment, so goalies playing good fundamental defense.
Soulful heads it forward there. Barrow giving chase. And it'll be a throw-in for West Alabama.
Hey, I need to get in here. Sorry.
Keegan McQueen with the throw. To Brador, skips over him. Held off by Hovet, turns it out, but it's another throw.
Issues here.
They got a throw in here for Keegan McQueen.
Soulful coming through, and another throw.
McQueen quick to get this one off.
Toure shields it well, turns it. Finds Hovet, who looks upfield. Just sucked in, doesn't get what he wanted on that pass, and it'll be another throw for West Alabama.
Yeah, you said it great there, Kevin. Just couldn't quite control it how he wanted to. Good idea, just couldn't quite execute there.
The grass got wet, so it's having some issues, but can't really do anything now. You're good.
Richards just clears it, but taken easily from Macias. You know, I don't expect this to be the most technical game with how the pitch is right now. The rain coming down, and then, you know, the wind that tends to pick up and go away at random here in Tampa. Good moves there from Ali.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, this game is going to come down to who can adjust to the field conditions best. You know, this is not your traditional setup, but...
Barrow finds the cross. Just flicked away from D'Souza there. Bad weather definitely changes things. Yeah, most Tampa games so far this season have been sunny, have been at night. Very consistent, and now it's different. So West Alabama having to play down here for the first time in a long time, and Tampa having to play in the rain at 1 p.m. in the first time this season.
Yeah, I mean, as simple as this, just come ready to play. You know, who wants to move on in the playoffs more? It's all a matter of will at this point. You know, regardless of the time of day, the weather, you just got to come and play. That's all it really comes down to.
That's right. It's basically a one shot and you're done in this tournament.
Absolutely.
Spartans looking to build out the back here. Toure finds Barrow.
Yeah, Barrow going in between defenders. Good work. Now the Spartans on the attack.
Salocott with the run. Decides to try to find Sosa. No foul there. Clean tackle.
Yeah, Karen, I'm getting the feeling that this game is going to come down to one breakaway. You know, one defender not in position, opportunity for a striker to get a good kick on the ball. So it'll be interesting to see which team gets that opportunity because both defense are playing sound at the moment.
It definitely could. All it takes is that ball to skip through awkwardly or even a set piece, maybe a corner or a free kick, cause some chaos in the box. Especially as you mentioned before, both teams with just above a 2.0 goal per game average, so very even. Long ball looking for Brador. Toure kicks it out.
Right decision there by Toure. You know, he didn't have the advantage there. Just get it out of play. You know, let your defense set it up and restore.
Good tackle from Downing, but he saves it from going out for a corner. And Downing actually last game with a great through ball for what eventually became the penalty kick to win the game versus, I believe it was Rollins. One of the more key players for Tampa. In the beginning of the season, he started off as one of the leading goal scorers, and then Coach Adrian Bush moved him back to a more defensive position, and he's done well there also.
Yeah, I mean, I think you can't say it enough how interchangeable these players are. You know, can take on many different roles. You know, not afraid to, you know, maybe I score a lot of goals today, but I make a few key defensive plays. That's what it takes to be a championship team. You know, you need to have trust in one another.
Long ball here from Sugden to Sosa. And it'll be a corner kick, no foul call. So first corner for the Spartans.
Yeah, see if they can capitalize here. They get a corner kick. Sosa, you know, has been money all year for the Spartans, so good opportunity here to see what they can do.
Yep, Sugden making his way over. The set piece taker. And look for him to find Toure's head or Salocott's head in the box. Both of them standing at 6'3" and 6'4". Biggest targets that Tampa has on the field right now. Not the one largest available. That'd be Sean Van Gro at 6'8". He was on the bench. He usually comes in end game, but short corner taken. Downing on the ball. Shielding. And goal kick. Mayneel with that long ball again, looking for Ali.
Yeah, Richards taking charge there. Good work by the keeper for the Spartans.
You know, and I've noticed that Rakeem Ali started at left back for West Alabama, but he is making those forward runs more than anyone else on their team. Barrow drops it to Sofel, out wide to Downing. Out wide to Juancho Fernandez, low cross, cut out.
Yeah, so far neither team budging. Very still defense.
Great cross. Just cut out, and McLeod comes away with it. He's got some space to run. Spartans do have the numbers up, though. Great move from Harrison Roberts. Finding McLeod out wide again. Can he get there? Saves it from going out. Hovet coming to challenge. And it'll be out for another corner for West Alabama.
Yeah, they'll get the corner. We're going to go live now to our sideline reporter, Ian Gamiri, to give us a little insight on the field conditions and the style of play.
Hello there, Kevin. So, what do you make of the game so far? You think which team is better on the field so far?
You know, so far it's pretty even. Both teams having some struggle with the rain here, the wet conditions on the pitch. Yeah. Accuracy of the passes haven't been the greatest. Shots have been a bit difficult to come by. But so far it's pretty even. I'm sure it looks a bit different on the field down there with you, though.
Yes, but here, Tampa trying to counterattack from here. And one quick question I may ask, how important do you think it is to make your home ground a fortress?
Oh, it's probably the most important thing you can do, you know, just something that we used to have back when I was still playing is no team leaves here without basically a fight, like a battle. Not an actual fight, but a battle, you know, make it as hard as you can. They don't leave with a single point, and just create that atmosphere that it's impossible to get a goal on the field. Yes,
because Tampa's home record is very, very impressive. They are they have a 5-0 record at their home stadium, the Pepin Stadium. So that could give them a big advantage coming into this game.
Yeah, and they'll be definitely looking to keep that here, but Western Alabama with a dangerous free kick position ready.
Yes. And let's not forget, West Alabama, they also have a very good away record, undefeated. They've won 7 in a row. So
yeah, someone's always got to go, either the Tampa Spartans home record or the away record from West Alabama.
Yeah.
Alvaro Macias here on the free kick. And off
deflected.
The wall. So it'll be another corner kick for West Alabama.
It looks like West Alabama are dominating this game. Like, they've gotten more corners out of this game. So
while you're watching the game, keep an eye out for suspicious activity. Together, we can protect our community. If you see
and I'm going to head back to Connor Moore.
Yeah, thanks, Ian. I mean, you're sitting there firsthand watching this on-field action. You got a good feel for it. We'll check back to you in a little bit.
And I guess a foul call there somewhere in the box. Not sure what happened, but the referee saw something, and actually it might be a goal kick. Maybe the corner was whipped out and curled back in.
So. Yeah, Tampa nonetheless is fortunate, so they'll clear and try to get their offensive attack going.
Cleared forward by McQueen. Oh, and head-to-head there. Toure and Sofel clash heads. Brador also down.
Yeah, that's something you never want to see, and I'm honestly surprised I don't see it more in soccer with guys jumping, you know, getting high in the air, you know, leading forward with their heads, that there aren't more head-to-head collisions.
Yeah, and that's just unlucky there. Toure heading his own teammate there in the nose, and then I believe also catching Brador with the same forehead, so we'll hope both these players are okay to continue. Sofel's already up and walking, has maybe an ice pack on his face. Brador is still on all fours. And we'll wait for this game to get back underway.
Yeah, Brador looks like he definitely took the rougher end of that, as he's still on his he's on his hands and his knees at the moment, just trying to grasp some air. He's slowly getting up in the moment.
You know, those head-to-head collisions can affect you for the rest of the game, too. They shut down that little bit of momentum you had built up. Anything you were feeling warm-up-wise, whether you were getting into the game or not momentum-wise, and that can all shut it down. So, you know, hopefully Brador is not too fuzzy. Same with Sofel, still out on the sideline.
Yeah, Kevin, we mentioned it earlier, you know, this crowd wasn't really filling in, but as the game has started, we're getting a pretty nice crowd. A lot of umbrellas, a lot of rain jackets, but this crowd is slowly starting to energize, and it's going to be a real good match the rest of the way.
Yeah, you know, all it's going to take is that one chance on goal to maybe open this game up, create some more energy, make everything come more alive. So far, it's been kind of safe from both teams, knowing the conditions. Nothing really too open on either goal. I see Jonathan Bentham replacing Zach Sofel here for Tampa. And Brador actually right back on the field for West Alabama. So Sofel definitely feeling it a little bit more than Brador did.
Definitely.
Richards wide to Constantine.
We're getting the vibe early that neither team wants to make that monumental mistake. You know, both teams are kind of getting a feel for one another, playing good fundamental defense, and, you know, just kind of feeling each other out.
Ooh, McLeod tips it, goes out of bounds. And John Bentham on the throw. He has a monster of a throw.
Yeah, on display there. Wow.
All the way through to D'Souza. D'Souza versus 2. Nothing there. Clean taken away. And they find Brador right away, and it's 2v4. Brador to the through ball, one-on-one with Richards. Shot and 1-0 for West Alabama through Ali Brador. Great through ball there from, I believe, Harrison Roberts, number 8. Not much the Spartans could do on that. Great through ball, tight quarters. Jake Richards tries to come out and make the stop, but Brador with the nice slot away, bottom corner. And it's 1-0 here, 12 minutes. No, sorry, not 12. About 17 minutes into the game.
Yeah, I mean, Kevin, you can't say it any better. That was a perfect ball, just a one-on-one opportunity. Jake Richards couldn't really do too much there. You know, advantage Tigers, 1-0.
And so, you know, despite the head-to-head collision, Brador coming out strong, getting his first goal of the night.
Harrison Roberts put it right on the money. You know, there was a real tight window where he could have put that ball. He found it and got it through 2 Spartan defenders.
So the Spartans look to rebound now pretty quickly. Sugden on the ball. Finding Barrow. Barrow skips past 2 defenders. Can't quite control it to get past the third. And far range shot from Salukat. Not too much on it, a little bit of a skip, but I don't think the power was quite there.
Yeah, I think the key for the Spartans right now is to stay composed. You know, you're down 1-0, a lot of soccer to be played. You've been in this moment before, you know, adversity has striked. So I look for them to, you know, stay balanced and really stay with the game plan.
Yeah, and, you know, that's easier said than done. A lot of times, if you're in the heat of that game, you know, you think, man, now I'm down 1-0, I have to go score. It can leave some gaps open. So, yeah, what you said is very important. They have to stay composed, have to stay sound defensively, and just build up from there and try to get one back.
We'll get a goal kick here for the Spartans. Going to be interesting to see. You mentioned John Bentham came into the game for the Spartans, looking for some life off the bench, really, to get this team going.
Yeah, replacing an injured Zach Sofa who had a head collision early on. And Bentham definitely the type of character to bring some energy. A little bit of a wild style to him, but he does make an impact when he comes into the game. Ooh, and D'Souza there tips it forward to Juancho Fernandez, but is taken out mid-air.
Yeah, late call there. D'Souza kind of got up like, hey, what's going on? And then the ref quickly came to realization, hey, he got fouled.
Yeah, I think ref was maybe looking for advantage as Fernandez may have had an opportunity on the outside there, but, you know, more often than not, if you just stop and look at him, he'll give it to you. So Sugden prepares for the free kick here. It's about 35 yards out from goal. I have seen him shoot from here before, and with these conditions, he might fancy himself here, especially if he can make it skip on the ground before the keeper. Create some problems. Otherwise, I'm assuming it's going back post, looking for a head. Back post. And off the post and in.
You called it, Kevin.
Juancho Fernandez with the header. Lewis Sugden with the free kick. And Spartans tie it up not even 2 minutes after going down 1-0.
Yeah, you called it. Great play. Lewis Sugden setting up his teammates. That is tremendous soccer at the moment.
And Lewis Sugden, I mean, the past 2 years, last year, including this year, I've seen him play. He does get a lot of assists off of set plays, whether it's a corner or a free kick. I can recall 5 off the top of my head where he set up a teammate from a set piece. So, great ball in from Sugden there, and Juancho Fernandez with the header off the post. But the Tigers right back underway.
Yeah, we knew this was going to be a great matchup. We're not even 20 minutes in. It's already 1-1. A lot of excitement early.
Yeah, this is the type of game we like to see, you know. Some goals to start with, some energy. No one wants to see those 0-0 ones that drag out. So this is nice for the crowd that shows up and while watching on our network.
Yeah, we're going to go down to Ian now, who has seen 2 goals since we last checked with him in 5 minutes. So let's take a little recap of what you're seeing on the field, Ian.
Yeah, and let's see. What did it look like down there on the field? How the teams react? What did you see at eye level?
Well, now that we're back to where we started, I'd say the game is going to go back to how it was at 0-0. Now with both teams trying to try to get the next goal, which is going to be the all-important goal here, because that will swing the momentum into one team's favor. So I'm expecting a very, very tight game now, especially.
I mean, like you said, it was tight to start with at 0-0. It will be tight again, but I do feel with both teams having a goal apiece now, that energy is there, that confidence is there. Like, hey, we have scored. We can put another one in right now.
Yes, now back, and here he goes out wide. Here Tampa trying to play out from the back. Here slowly building their way towards the wing, but a sloppy pass there. And Alabama try to counter.
And Brador for Alabama on the ball again. Nice move there.
Skill there.
Yeah, great footwork shown. But Tampa does have numbers in back now.
Oh.
Nice little move from Roberts. Gets a shot off, and Richards parries it wide.
And goes out for another corner.
Yeah, this will be the 4th corner for West Alabama in this half.
Wow. I think the goal has really got to West Alabama. They want to get that next goal. They want to be up there. They want to win this game. You can see their intent here.
Yeah, and sometimes that's what it takes. Getting that goal against you fires you up even more.
Yes.
So we have number 10 here.
On the
Jean-Baptiste Maynil with the corner.
And a foul called inside the box.
I believe it curled out again. I'm not quite sure. The first time it curled out for the corner came in, so it was a goal kick. This time, I do believe you are correct with the foul call. Jake Richards takes it quickly to Bentham.
Here, Spartans quickly looking for a counterattack here.
Monty Barrow, plenty of space in front of him. Not much support, though. It's getting shut down, but finds Salokat. Back to Barrow. Skips past the defender, but can't control it.
So what do you think of their styles? Do you think both teams are playing with the right style? Like playing with a similar style, or going completely different approaches here?
So far, I feel like it's very similar. The one biggest difference I mentioned earlier I see so far is the left back for West Alabama. I believe his name is Ali, last name Rakeem Ali, correct. So haven't seen him make a lot of forward runs on the left wing there, getting forward more often than not, whereas with Tampa, those back four have been staying pretty safe there in the back, not running forward too much, not leaving too many gaps.
Yeah.
Other than that, it's been pretty similar for both teams.
All right, so you see that West Alabama, they're trying to make the overlapping runs on the wings.
Yeah, either overlapping runs or just even runs into space from Ali on that side, where there might be a good chunk of 10, 20 yards for him to run into, and they've looked for him.
And with a set piece here, I'm going to head back to Connor Moore.
Yeah, thank you, Iron. We're going to keep checking in with you on the field. You guys obviously have a much clearer view than us of on-game action.
Hey, Neil, great ball in. Richards catches it. Sorry to interrupt you there, Connor.
Yeah, no, great play by Jake Richards, really taking charge on that one.
Out wide to Constantine. Towards Salokat. A little bit of a chippy touch. Long ball finds Downing. Oh, doesn't quite get past. And Rakeem Ali clears that ball forward.
DeSosa
with the shot. And that looked like it was in from up here, but just missed the post.
Felipe DeSosa threading the needle, almost snuck that one in there. Great shot.
Yeah, great work by him to take on those defenders. Find that half yard of space to shoot, and not much that Lewis could have done about it in goal had that been between the posts.
Yeah, that's a promising sight for the Spartans. Felipe DeSosa, leading scorer. He got a real clean look there, so that's something to really be happy about if you're a Spartan fan.
Yeah, and another thing maybe for West Alabama to be cautious about, shut him down quicker. Don't give him that extra yard of space, because he is crafty enough to make something happen.
Yeah, and he is not afraid to pull the trigger. If he gets an open look, he is ready to shoot.
We're already back down at the other end here. Bay Downing heads it out. It'll be a throw-in for West Alabama. Rakeem Ali with the throw. Constantine heads it out. Juancho Fernandez on the ball. Finds Sugden. Fernandez keeps that in.
Yeah, outstanding hustle there.
Oh, a nice heel pass there from Sugden. Fernandez to De Sosa, who, oh, no foul.
And De Sosa's ecstatic. Can't believe there's no call.
Yeah, referee didn't see anything in it there. Referee stopping the clock. Not sure what's going on. Talking to Liam Ireland. Tell him to just keep his mouth shut.
Yeah, I mean,
All right.
Kevin, as a former player, I mean, you know the relationship between the ref and the players. They always feel like, oh, you missed one. But how can you, like, reemphasize how important it is? Just stay with it, you know, kind of ignore the official and just play fundamental soccer.
Yeah, I mean, you know, it is important. It's tough to do as a player. Obviously, you want to tell the ref what your mind is at that time, but ref's already made his call. You know, it's not going to change. And then the more you talk to him, the more you're going to get on his bad side, the more it's going to be against your team. So
yeah, that's a great point.
Best to just keep your mouth shut. Take it how it is, unless something's really wrong. You know, if you see some act of craziness from a different opposing team member against one of your teammates and there's no call, maybe say something then, you know. But if it's something small, like whether you think it's a dive or not or an offsides, like there's nothing else the ref can do there. Just keep your mouth shut.
Certainly. Just play on. I think that's a great point that you just said.
So Sugden on another free kick for the Spartans. This one about 20 yards further back, so wouldn't be expecting too much of a service here, but he will go far post again. Looking for Toure. That's actually a pretty good ball in, but not too hard to catch.
Yeah, why
Brad
not?
Lewis.
If you're Lewis Sugden, you got to work once. Why not take another shot? I like it.
McLeod and Bentham heads it out. Still waiting for the Spartans to get a throw near the box of West Alabama so Bentham can show off his throw. It reaches to about the penalty spot, so one of the farther throws I've seen and been on the other end of sometimes while we played together. It's almost like having a corner kick.
Yeah, I mean, what an asset Bentham is with that arm, you know. I mean, not everybody can do what he can do, you know, on the throw-ins. So It's a real nice go-to for Adrian Bush.
Yeah, extremely athletic. You can basically put him anywhere on the field, and he'll make something happen. But here we go. Spartans coming the other way with Fernandez. That pass almost cut out, but right to Salika, and this time, number 18, McQueen, gets it right. Finds Ali out wide.
Yeah, the crowd's gotten really quiet. I think both teams are really just waiting to see who's going to strike next and take that 2-1 lead.
Yeah, this game's slowed down a little bit since Spartans' goal. You know, not too much action on either end except for that one shot from De Sosa a few minutes ago. So far, midfield battle. Each team trying to force it the other way. Bentham coming forward here. He's got a little bit of space. If you don't shut him down, he'll keep running. Barrow on the ball, looking for that cross in. Oh, that clearance off the heel of Salukot. And foul call. Salukot studs just getting the feet of Jack Shields.
Yeah, we got an injury at the moment, so we're going to go down to Ian and check in on that injury for West Alabama.
Thank you, Connor. It looks like the player is completely fine, and it looks like he'll be ready to carry on with this game. And West Alabama slowly building their way from the back into the Spartans' defense here.
Great tackle there from Downing.
Here, Tampa slowly coming back towards West Alabama here.
Sugden on the ball, finding Fernandez again. Good moves, good footwork, gets around two.
Back.
Sugden wide, cross, and it'll be a corner
for the Spartans.
And we do have two substitutions, one for each team. Let's see if the referee stops play. His assistant referees are giving him the go-ahead. So, yep, Monty Barrow will come off, being replaced by Marcus Wilson for the Spartans. And Gaspar Donnelly coming in for West Alabama.
So will the Spartans be able to utilize their height advantage here against West Alabama? What's your take on that, Kevin?
Again, if I'm Lewis Sugden, I'm looking for Toure on the back post, Marcus, who just came in, Marcus Wilson on the back post, both fairly tall guys with jumping ability. Same with Salokat, 6'3", Bentham, 6'1", with great jumping ability. So there's a lot of great targets there for a far post run.
Yes, well, remember one of their corners the previous time, they went short, but here they're going long.
Yeah, Lewis Sugden doesn't quite catch all of that. Cut out at the near post, but Downing manages to get a hold of it.
Here's Spartans coming back into the attack here.
Marcus Wilson on the ball.
Down.
Just subbed in.
There.
In the box, keeps it.
Ooh.
And that cutback, those are very dangerous. If you get it on the sideline, you manage to cut it back towards the penalty spot for a teammate. That's an open shot.
Oh, De Sosa. Well, let's see.
It's getting a little chippy. And
well,
into the hands of
what
Brad
do you
Lewis.
think of West Alabama's defense? Are they looking a little bit shaky every time the Spartans get on the ball here?
Yeah, I mean, right there wasn't too bad. Bit a game. And like I mentioned earlier, Bentham, more physical player, very athletic. He's not afraid to get into those tackles.
The action has dried down a little bit.
Great cross in from Roberts. Yes, falls to Brador once again, who is 2 on the day. That's his second goal of the half, putting up West Alabama 2-1.
Now, will that put the Spartans under pressure to get the next goal?
Yeah, I mean, always, if you get a goal against you, especially 15 minutes from halftime, you do want to make something happen to get momentum back before the break. Right there, just great ball whipped in, happens to fall to Roberts, who his deflection takes it right to the feet of Brador, and he just slots it home with a volley into the bottom corner. So well done from Brador.
Yeah, he's definitely been one of the best players for West Alabama in this season, hasn't he?
Yeah, I mean, so far, great presence all around, making it felt again here today.
Yes, and Spartans restart here. And on that note, I will hand back to Connor Moore.
So West Alabama did have a goal advantage here earlier in the half. We're up 1-0, but that only lasted about 2 minutes. The Spartans with a quick answer. So let's see if they'll come up with something like that again to even the odds one more time before halftime.
Yeah, Ali Brador having a career start here. 2 goals on just 3 shots, so he's been real efficient. Spartans are going to need to stop him on the defensive side of the ball.
Yeah, just someone's got to pick him up, whether he's on the ball or not. He's gotten it both times off the ball in space, and just easy finishes for him, really.
For number 13, Big Boy.
And Marcus Wilson catching a bit of an elbow there to the back of the head.
It's definitely been a physical game so far. A lot of players have been on the ground, kind of really embracing the physicality of this. This is playoff soccer. Every team wants it so badly, so neither team is going to go down without a fight.
And Lewis Sugden one more time. Free kick around half now. And the service coming in. Bayed down and gets a flick on it straight into the air. De Sosa on the ball, turns it, finds Salokat. Manages to get past one and is taken out. So the Spartans will get a free kick here. Perfect free kick position, a couple yards outside the box. Great angle here for a right-footed player to curl it onto that near post.
Yeah, great opportunity here. Let's see if they can capitalize.
And I would assume that Sugden will be the one to take this so far on every set piece for the Spartans. And I'm sure he'll have a shot on this one. He has already scored from a free kick this year. He'll be looking to make it 2. Crucial time to do it, too.
Really losing?
Sugden eyeing out where he wants to go here, analyzing the defense. The Tigers setting up a wall.
All right, so Sugden lined up. I'm guessing this shot is going to try to go to that near post. Let's see. Right into the wall. Bay Downing with the shot. Doesn't quite get all of that half volley right there.
Yeah, Downing had the ricochet. Great second chance, almost converted.
Yeah, great positioning from him. Just didn't get the contact he wanted on the ball.
I just had Felipe tweet it.
And that pass skips all the way through. Once again, the wet field showing the differences it can make. You know, if one of the West Alabama forwards makes a run there, that's another dangerous one-on-one against Jake Richards.
Yeah, definitely, Kevin. I mean, hopefully the weather can hold up. We shouldn't have any more rain, but hey, given with the circumstances, I wouldn't be surprised with anything with the weather.
Yeah, especially being Tampa, you never know. For those not familiar with the Tampa area, there's usually 1 or 2 good rain showers here that last about 15 minutes, and then you don't see anything for a while. So the weather here is pretty unpredictable, although before the game, the pitch has been completely soaked. Strong winds were also here, and they're starting to build back up a little bit. Bay Downing with the throw, and he also has a very long throw. So it gets just about to the 6, and it'll be a corner kick for the Spartans.
Yeah, Sugden anxiously running over there. He wants to make up for it after, you know, that free kick opportunity didn't quite get through the wall, so another opportunity here for Sugden.
And all the Spartans lining up here, top of the box run. Service towards the far post, over everyone. Gaspar heads it out. De Sosa battling with Brador. Brador comes away with it. And I don't know about that. Sure, a little bit of a foul, but he jumped a couple extra feet there. Then
yeah, Academy Award there for Ali. You know, going full display. You know, with the act.
Yeah, I mean, fooled the ref. So clear review for us up here.
At any level of soccer, you know, that's an important thing. You know, just get the ref to bite, and you know, you get the advantage.
And, you know, so many world-class players are good at it. You know, one of the ones more people have maybe heard of is Neymar. He's always one of those that you touch him in any wrong way, he's going to let himself fall, and he'll get that free kick. West Alabama coming this way. Clean tackle from Wilson, and no-nonsense clearance from Constantine.
Yeah, Marcus Woldson saving the day there for the Spartans. Looked like the Tigers might have a breakaway, but he came in with a nice slide tackle to save the day.
Out wide here McQueen. And Macias switching the field to Ali.
Yeah, just worry more about that. I'll look at it at halftime.
We're okay right now.
Knock on wood. Happens every year. It happened last year. And it ruined
Good
all
through ball there. Oh, through the legs of Constantine. Great touch. Finds Brador top of the box. He's going to have a shot looking for that hat trick, but missed clearance from Bentham and over the bar from Stephen Carroll.
Yeah, Brador indecisive there, but nonetheless off the rebound, Tigers almost got their 3rd goal of the game, so the Spartans are fortunate that they were not able to execute.
It's not working out.
Yeah, just messy clearances there in the back, giving that opportunity for West Alabama.
We're under 9 minutes now here in the first half, so Spartans will look to even up the score at 2 apiece before going into the intermission.
Logo. There we go.
Richards looking to save this from coming out of bounds.
Yeah, Richards covering a lot of ground there.
And offside call. Jack Shields, free kick straight off of Sousa's shins. Touré's header straight into the air. And Brador manages to find Gaspar with that header, who puts it past Bentham. He's in the box, cuts. And Bentham with the tackle does well there to regain his composure.
Amazing recovery defense there by Bentham. He lost a step but quickly regained it. Good defense.
Oh, and good through ball. Roberts on the ball. Jake Richards with a great save and gets the rebound, but he is not happy with his defenders right there. That is an open shot for the number 8, Roberts, and again, Richards with a great save, keeping the Spartans at 2-1.
Absolutely, Kevin. I mean, Jake Richards just bailed out his defense there. I mean, nobody was home. They got a rebound chance too, but 2 tremendous saves by Jake Richards, keeping this game within a goal.
And he was also the difference maker in the finals of the Sunshine Conference tournament. 2 saves in the penalty kick shootout. So, showing his quality here once again. One of the big reasons that Tampa does have 5 wins and no losses at home, although this could change tonight.
Spartans have a few more opportunities to score before the half, with still 6.5 to play.
And I do see a little bit of urgency now kind of lacking on the Spartans, and the runs aren't being completed, no hustle to get to the ball. Whereas great run here again from West Alabama, and it is a hat trick for Ali Brador in the first half. That is his 3rd goal, putting up West Alabama 3-1. Just too easy for him tonight. They're finding him way open. Spartans can't seem to keep track of him, and again, just slots it home, bottom corner.
Yeah, Ali Brador just putting the team on his back for the Tigers. Tremendous work. I mean, he's having a career day. You mentioned the hat trick, only 4 shots. I mean, Ali Brador, next level. We're going to go in now to Ian to check in on the field. Ian, what do you think about Ali Brador and his 3 goals for the Tigers?
Well, thank you, Connor. Ali Brador, he is fantastic. He is playing fantastic today. Like, he's getting in behind the Tampa defenders, and he is putting away his chances. And Kevin, how important is it to have a target man that can get you goals in soccer?
It's probably one of the more important things you can have is a reliable forward who puts away the chances when they come to him. And that is exactly what Brador is doing tonight.
Yes.
I was a forward myself while playing at UT, and what he's doing right now, he's making it look way easier than what it is. Getting 3 goals on 4 shots. It's a great conversion percentage, and I wouldn't be surprised if he snags one more before the game is up.
Yeah, that's true. So now coming into this game, it is 3-1. Do you think that will put Tampa on the back foot now?
Definitely. They've been a little bit on the back foot since the 2-1 goal. And now with 3-1, now they know they're in a deep hole that they have to dig themselves out of in, basically a half. And West Alabama's been playing very well, have been creating good chances, and been fairly solid at the back, so it's not going to be an easy task.
So if you were Adrian Bush, what would you, going into halftime, which is 5 minutes away, what would you tell your players?
I kind of already know how he's going to be in the locker room, but he's definitely not going to be happy. A little bit angry, obviously, at the defending there, leaving Brador wide open. Especially on that 3rd ball right there, where he's already scored on us twice.
Yes,
he will be unhappy with the defenders. Probably look to make a couple changes there, create some more urgency, so those chances don't happen anymore. But then also pressure the attacking players to get something going, because right now when they're going forward, maybe it's 2 guys going against 4 or 5 of Alabama's defenders. You need more numbers up front to make something happen.
Well, Tampa really need to keep a close eye on the striker there. What's his name?
Ali Brador.
Ali Brador, and if he can at least drag 3 players towards him, that will leave few players open for West Alabama, which would give them a good chance to grab a few more goals in this game. Don't you say?
Yeah, that's another important point. Once the Spartans start marking him up, someone else is going to be open. So all around, it just has to be improved along the back line.
Yes. And having a big target man is really important. Let's talk going into professional clubs here. You've got Manchester United with Lukaku, Bayern Munich who have Lewandowski, Barcelona, they've got Luis Suarez, and they also rely on Messi as well to put away their chances. And those guys, they usually do not disappoint. They will convert 90% of their chances, even if they're half chances.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, you see it at the highest level, like you mentioned, Lukaku and Lewandowski in the Bundesliga and EPL, respectively. Both of them great strikers on form this season, showing how important it is to have that striker that will finish when you get him the ball.
Here, Tampa looking to attack, knowing that the next goal is crucial, and it is important for them here.
Yeah, they definitely want to get one back before halftime. They have 3 minutes to do it, and they will have a corner kick here.
Yes, and on that corner kick, I will hand back to Connor Moore.
Corner quickly taken, finding Bay Downing inside the box. Towards De Sousa, looking for a one-on-one here. Cuts, finds top of the box. Marcel Salocot with the shot, straight into the arms of Brad Lewis.
Yeah, terrific setup by De Sousa there. Unfortunately, just kicked it right at the keeper, but a great setup. Kevin, you don't want to be in panic mode, obviously, here in the first half, but how important is it for the Spartans to, at least if they don't even score, just go into this half with some momentum, get a couple good looks like that, how vital is that moving forward?
Yeah, they definitely want to end the half with the momentum. You're absolutely right. You want to at least have a couple threats more on goal, even if they don't go in, show West Alabama that you're still going to come at them. They can be up 2 goals. You're still going to keep firing. They still have to play the rest of this game just as hard as this first 45-minute was. And missed pass there. Gaspar Donnelly puts it out. Throwing for Tampa, taken quickly.
Yeah, we're under 2 minutes to go now here in the first half, so it'll be interesting to see if the Spartans can propel for another goal.
Ooh, and that pass from Bentham off the shins of Toure.
They kind of summarizing the first half of the Spartans, just not quite where they want to be. So hopefully they can, tighten that up with Adrian Bush in the halftime. But a lot of time to play here, so the Spartans have a bunch of opportunities to convert.
And depending on how Zach Sofel's feeling, I would expect him to come back into the defensive line on the second half. All depends on how that head-to-head collision was earlier, and then maybe inject another attacking force here. Shot from De Sousa, high and wide. But, Coach Bush might inject another attacking player there, create some more energy up front, someone who wants to make something happen. Because right now, the players haven't been playing bad, but there just seems to be something missing.
I agree. I think they need a spark, like you mentioned, whether that be someone off the bench, or that be Bentham, who's come in and given good minutes, Marcus Wilson, guys that are capable of really, taking this team to the next level. That's going to be important as we're under a minute to go now in the first half.
Maybe even put Monty Barrow back in. Great attacking player. Has finished a few chances on the year. Always strong on the ball. I wouldn't be surprised to see him again in the second half as well.
One last push for the Spartans.
Sugged on the ball. Early cross. Looking for De Sousa. Finds him. Snow off his chin.
Now a breakaway for the Tigers, potentially.
And Gaspar, 1-on-4.
10, 9,
through the legs of Hovet.
6,
But I don't think this will be enough time to get that shot off.
3, 2,
You're right.
1.
So that is the end of the first half. West Alabama up 3-1 on the Spartans. Ali Brador with all 3 goals, having a hat trick in this first half for West Alabama. The other goal for the Spartans coming off of a free kick from Louis Sugden to Juancho Fernandez, getting that header off the post. But so far, it started off as an even half, but the closer it got to halftime, West Alabama seems to be taking over. Just a little more clean on the passes, on the tackles, and on finishing.
Yeah, it's been a 1-2 attack for the Tigers, and they've really caused havoc for the Spartans D. It's been Harrison Roberts with 2 assists, setting up, as you mentioned, Ali Brador, who's having a career day. He has not been phased by, getting an away game. He's really brought it to the Pepin Stadium. So, that's what makes Adrian Bush so great. He's going to go in there, and he's going to adjust to, Brador and Roberts, and the Spartans are going to come out, I know, with a lot of extra energy, and this is going to be a good finish, I can tell.
Yeah, we'll see how the second half goes. Brador definitely going to be a man to watch in the second half. Now the Spartans deal with him. But with that being said, we're at halftime. It's Kevin Knowles and Connor Moore. We'll be back with you guys in about 14 minutes. All right, welcome back for the second half between the West Alabama Tigers and the Tampa Spartans. West Alabama up 3-1 at halftime. A hat trick from Ali Brador, doing very well, finishing his chances there. And the whistle has blown. We are underway. Kevin Knowles and Connor Moore with coverage through TampaSpartans.tv.
Yeah, looks like the weather's starting to settle down. No wind, no rain at the moment, so I hope I don't jinx it, but hopefully we have a clean second half here weather-wise.
Could be a completely different half. You never know. The Tampa weather is always unpredictable, much like Tampa games tend to be, too. Constantine heads it out, finds Sugden. The Spartans will look to score as early as they can in this half to have some extra time to tie this game up. They are 2 goals down, which many believe in a superstitious way in the soccer world that being up 2 goals is the most dangerous lead to have. It's just far enough ahead where you get kind of comfortable, but also close enough to where if you get comfortable, the other team can catch you.
Yeah, it's a great point. Coming into the second half, the Spartans are definitely going to be desperate. They need goals fast. Meanwhile, the West Alabama has a lot of confidence. Ali Brador has a hat trick already, so he's feeling real confident in himself.
Yeah, and I'm sure that won't be the last we see of him tonight. If I had to put money on it, I'm guessing he's getting at least 1 or 2 more shots.
Yeah, he's been the main offensive catalyst for this Tiger unit. Harrison Roberts has been his setup man, and it's been a lethal 1-2 punch against the Spartans D.
Constantine on the ball, looking for Barrow. Heads it to Downing. Switches the field to Toure. Stuck out wide to Hoven. They're starting to build up a little bit here.
Yeah, the Spartans need to get this crowd into it. So whether you just get a few good looks that can really energize this Spartan crowd.
And De Sosa here. I was about to say maybe one of the players more likely to give us a good look at goal, but coming back the other way now is the number 16, Stephen Carroll.
Yeah, credit the Tigers D. They've really taken De Sosa out of his game. He has not looked himself out there at the moment. But, hey, with a guy like that, it's, simultaneous. He can just get one shot and he can get hot and, get going.
Exactly. All it takes is that split second. That's the great thing about forwards. They can be invisible all game, and then that 1 10-second spot where you need them, they're there, they score, and then they're ready for whatever time's left. But right here in the box, the University of Tampa, and Richards with the save. Man, that was a great run there from Keegan McQueen, almost forcing his way through. But Fernandez coming the other way for the Spartans now. Finds De Sosa. He's got a little bit of space. Has Barrow out wide. And it'll be a corner for the Spartans.
Big opportunity for the Spartans. Corner kick going to Sugden. Looking to capitalize.
Again, Sugden's so valuable on those set pieces, whether it's a free kick or a corner kick. Typically provides pretty good service, so we'll see if one of these Spartans can get their head on it. Just like last time, Juancho Fernandez with the header to get them one. Here we go. Salukat, top of the box to De Sosa. Cuts, shoots.
Ooh.
And referee calling a corner. Say there was a little bit of deflection there. Spartans will get another shot at it.
Yeah, De Sosa, when he lines it up, the whole crowd holds their breath because they know what he's capable of.
And he's got a great, powerful shot. Has enough moves to get that space to get that shot off. So very dangerous player in the attacking half.
Absolutely. The Spartans just got to play sound soccer right now. You got 41 minutes to go. A lot of time. 2 goals, it's one at a time at the moment. You can't look being down 2 goals. You just got to come out and play.
Yep, just get one and then prevent catching another one. So I do believe if West Alabama scores one here and it goes up by 3, it could be the end of the night.
Yeah, Spartans really on their last breath at the moment. 2 goals is hard enough as it is, so they got to chip away, get it back to 1.
Kimali with the header. Downing looking to win it back. Macias tries a little flick on, doesn't come through. Sugden on the ball. Finding Barrow.
Good
Touch
ball.
to Olsen. Tries to find Barrow again.
Couldn't quite thread the needle.
wide to Fernandez. Keeps it in. A little bit of fancy footwork. Gets shoved over, but no call. Barrow turns. Still has it. That's Downing out wide. DeSosa at the top of the box finds Barrow, who's in the box, crosses it, finds Wilson, and that shot just barely blocked by Jack Shields.
Yeah, great ball there by Barrows. Put it right on the money. Led for opportunity to score there. Just couldn't quite, get it there. Credit the defense of the Tigers.
Yeah, great work by Jack Shields. Keeping his run with Wilson, not allowing him to get an open shot on goal from about 4 yards out.
Yeah, we're going to go down to Ian now, who's field level, and just talk about the feel of the team coming out of the half here.
Thank you, Connor. Well, starting off, definitely the Spartans have looked a better team, once the half has started, but that could change here, but no. Here, West Alabama trying to get one more goal to kill off the game here, but unable to do that. But definitely the Spartans have looked a better team because they are more desperate for the next goal in this game here.
Yeah, Ali Brador there, instead of getting a goal himself, almost with an assist.
Yeah.
Spartans cut it out. It's at the other end of the field now, but
I think they're definitely doing a better job at marking Ali Brador in the second half. Do you think, would you guess the coach had something to do with that?
I mean, Adrian Bush has definitely pointed out, we have to put someone on this guy. He's scored on us 3 times already. Can't let it happen again.
And here,
but
coming
almost
inside
wide
goal.
open in the box one more time.
And what a beautiful goal.
Yep, great curler from Stephen Carroll there. Top of the box, over Jake Richards. He had space. He had all the time in the world to take it, but takes it first time.
Yes.
Far post, upper 90.
Yeah, there's nothing the keeper could do about that. That was sublime. That was pitch perfect.
And that's been the story of the night so far. The Spartans allowing the West Alabama players too much time, wide open. Here, take a shot, and more often than not, it's gone in.
Yeah, and now with the deficit at 3, do you see the Spartans coming back into this?
You never know, but coming back from 3 is probably one of the harder things to do.
Well, if we remember correctly, it is not impossible. We could ask FC Barcelona about that. Remember, they had a 4-goal deficit, and they managed to overturn that against Paris Saint-Germain.
Yeah, but you're also talking about a team that is at the highest level and has probably one of the best players of the world, and at that time also had Neymar, who's number 3 in the world, so a little bit different circumstances there. It is possible, but it is a very deep hole to climb out now for the Spartans.
The MSM were really on top of their game. Going back to this game, the Spartans need to regain their momentum and keep their composure.
And Barrow taken out by his own player there. Both players down.
Are West Alabama going to continue? Or no, it looks like we're going to stop play. I think those issues come down to miscommunication on the pitch, colliding with your own player.
Yeah, miscommunication, or just both going for the ball where it's so close quarters to both of you that you don't really want to make a call. You just want to take it and take charge. That's more the situation right here. Both trying to take the ball and run with it, but colliding, and DeSosa's still down.
Well, how big of a loss would that be for the Spartans, knowing that they need to score?
Definitely a key player up top, leading scorer for the Spartans this season. He'd be a big loss for the rest of the game. They'd be looking for him to make that difference, maybe grab a goal back, get some momentum going back their way. So they'll hope he can continue.
Well, there's a big cheer for DeSosa, where it looks like he might not be continuing on.
You have to come off the field. Just if the medical staff comes on for you, you have to go off with them, and the ref will wave you back on. But we'll see. Maybe he gets a little bit of a break. Looks more like he'll walk this off and come right back in.
Yes. Well, Pepin Stadium has really, really gone quiet due to the West Alabama cruise. They're cruising this game by the looks of it.
Yeah, they're making the finishing look easy. All goals been very nice. Bottom corners, top corner. everything you'd want from basically your players finishing they've been doing so far.
Yeah. And let's not forget that they could have had one more goal if it weren't for the Spartans goalkeeper. Like, he really bailed them out there. And it looks like another Tampa player is down injured.
Yep. Yeah, like you mentioned, Jake Richards saving a few key shots there.
Yeah.
Doing his best to try to keep Tampa in the game, but with the majority of the shots that have gone in, there's not much else he could have done. That last one here from Stephen Carroll, you know, over his head, far back.
They're going up to the left side. Are Tampa gonna try a new strategy in this half? Like, because what they tried in the first half, it looked like it really didn't work to get in behind the defense of West Alabama.
But what they'd have to do is push at least one more number forward.
Definitely a free kick there. And on that note, I will hand back to Connor Moore.
Yeah, opportunity here for the Spartans. You know, you got to keep playing. Can't look at the scoreboard now if you're the Spartans. Just one play at a time. You know, the whole season's on the line. It's been a tremendous season.
You know, I'm actually kind of surprised to see DeSosa lining up for this one and not Sugden. Sugden has taken every set piece so far, so we already know this will be a shot since he's lining up. But we'll see. He's been driving that ball pretty hard. Good power on the shot so far. If he can get this on target, might be 4-2.
Adrian Bush taking a chance here.
So with the shot. I don't think Brad Lewis knew much about that. Just happened to come off his hand and go wide. Great save nonetheless, but if that was anywhere near the corners, that was going in.
Yeah, so much of being a good goalie is just, you know, kind of feeling it, kind of, you know, you can't see with the whirl, so just kind of feeling and taking a chance of where you think it's going to be.
Yeah, it's great positioning from Brad Lewis and paid off in this instance.
It was a good shot, though, by DeSosa. Put it right on the money. Just couldn't quite get it past the keeper.
And Gaspar coming the other way for West Alabama. Carroll. Timothy's. Well, again, cut up by Sellicott and finds Barrow immediately on the wing.
Here come the Spartans in transition here. Got numbers.
Heavy touch from DeSosa.
They kind of been the storyline for the Spartans today. And good opportunities, although we got another one here for DeSosa.
Cuts in to Wilson, and that is cleared out. Just as far as Sellicott, though, you know, I wouldn't be surprised if Adrian Bush puts in another attacking player now. I've seen throughout the season he tends to put in Sean Van Gro, the 6'8" target man. Gives the defense a little bit something different to worry about having someone so tall and big, especially on set pieces and crosses. So I wouldn't be surprised to see that, but something in the attacking third has to happen.
I agree 100%. I mean, you got nothing to lose at this point. You're down 4-1, 34 minutes to play. You need to get a spark. You know, whoever it's from, you just need a spark.
Sellicott tries to go wide to Fernandez. It'll be a foul.
I think you just got to credit West Alabama. They came in with a game plan and they've executed. You know, the Spartans have not played bad. They've just had a couple sequences where, you know, Ali Brador snuck through and, you know, Harrison Roberts delivering big assists. That's kind of been the storyline. You know, it's just a couple plays like we mentioned in the pregame that determine soccer.
Yeah, you know, many of those shots, though, just the first one, great run from Brador. You know, the second one happened to go to his feet and he volleys it in. Here he is again running forward, looking for his fourth goal on the night if he can make it. Being defended by Constantine. Crosses it all the way far post to Gaspar, takes a heavy touch, and Richards will pick it up. But almost there again, as I was about to say, a lot of them have been just the players being open. Wide open, no defenders on them, and they make their chances count.
Ali Brador has been real impressive. He's done it on both sides. You know, he hasn't just scored right there, you know, setting up his teammate for success. And, you know, he almost did. So it's, give credit. You know, I've been real impressed by Brador. He's putting it on full display at the moment, his skill set.
Right. You know, maybe showing why he should be considered for the next level. He is a graduate student, so not sure how many years he has left based on that. But, if any of the scouts are watching, great display here. Great way to make a case on, sign me.
No, definitely. I mean, a hat trick in the playoffs really says it all. I mean, Ali Brador, next level. He really can kick it into a different gear, and he offers a lot to this Tiger team.
And DeSosa trying a little bit of flair there. Gets lucky for a throw.
Just uncalled for, though, on that throw, and he didn't take his time. He just kind of, rushed it. I know we're in a hurry here, but you got to execute.
Tampa pushing forward, trying to create some pressure here. But it seems like more often than not now, these little passes, they're just going askew and easy pickups for West Alabama.
Yeah, West Alabama has controlled this game from the get-go. I mean, the Sugden setup, which was amazing by Fernandez, but other than that, the Tiger defense has really taken the Spartans' attack away.
Yeah, not letting them get a lot of chances. If someone does get through, there's usually 2 defenders there to stop them. So May Neal on the ball here for West Alabama. And walks away from it, so never mind. And out wide to Ali. Cutting in. Goes for the shot and far wide.
Yeah, we really need to see some energy and, desire from the Spartans. The season is in the balance. We need these goals. So this is a pivotal sequence moving forward.
Yeah, they look tired right now. I see a couple heads, down. So not good signs energy-wise.
Yeah, it's all about body motion. If you have the right approach, you're going to be fine. But if you put your head down, I know it's hard. Like we talk about emotions as a player, so much goes because you put in so much effort throughout the season. But the body language just needs to be a little bit better for the Spartans right now.
That's when the passion needs to come out, though. You don't want it to end like this, especially not a big loss by 3 goals, potentially more if it continues on. You want to cut that deficit down. You want to try to catch this game as much as you can. And I'm not really seeing that from anyone right now. I don't see any outright passion, any outright energy trying to get your teammates sparked up. Nothing's really happening. So hopefully Adrian Bush puts someone in off of the bench who can provide that energy, provide some battery power, for the Spartans, get them going again.
Yeah, we've been talking about it all game. I think Adrian Bush here just wants to ride out his starters, the guys that he really counts on the most. But I agree 100%. We need a guy to come in and make an impact, whether that be from the bench. Zach Sofel has not returned. I think that's something key to mention after that big collision head-to-head. So, he might be in the concussion protocol. But that was a big loss, from the defensive line for the Spartans.
Definitely. I do think that may have changed the game just a little bit early on. He is one of the more solid defensive players. Throws himself in there, makes sure that ball doesn't get past him.
And yeah, we're really seeing a change in the West Alabama approach. Now with a 3-goal lead, they're becoming very defensive, just kind of trying to use clock and make life hard for the Spartans.
Yeah, they really don't have to do more. They're up by 3. As long as they don't concede 3, they'll leave here the winners. So parking the bus here is good strategy. Downing with the cross, looking to find Wolfson, but there's too many defenders there.
Yeah, I like the Spartans are pushing the tempo here. It's one play at a time. That's what it is, To take the score completely out of the equation. It's one goal at a time, If you have enough time, propel this amazing comeback, so be it. But, you just got to finish strong, regardless of win or lose. This has been a tremendous season for the Spartans, and there's a lot to be pleased with.
Student athletes competed in NCAA championships at more than 800 sites across.
We got a corner kick here for Lewis Sugden. We're going to go down to Ian Gamiri and just give us a little feel about what the Spartans are.
Great corner from Lewis off the post from Salukot with the header. And Sugden will get it back here for another attempt. Crosses it off the header from Barrett. And a great save from Brad Lewis. Sugden once again with the cross, and this time cleared out by Stephen Carroll.
What a sequence there, Kevin, for the Spartans. So many opportunities, just couldn't quite convert. Kind of been the summary of the day for the Spartans.
Yeah, you know, Sellicott hits the post, and then Barrow gets the other header saved by Brad Lewis, and, you know, then that third cross in just cleared outright. But good couple of chances there, getting some good energy going here for the Spartans.
Yeah, for the first time in this half, we've seen the Spartans really go all out, 110%, almost. You know, it's just a matter of inches. And the crowd is starting to get a little bit desperate. You know, they're coming on there, you know, last time. They don't want the season to end.
Yeah, you know, I'm sure our listeners can hear them.
But, hey, that's what you want to see. Like, we got the home field advantage.
Shot from Roberts, saved by Richards. But that's exactly what you want. You want to get your crowd fired up, and in return, they fire the players back up, you know. So it's exactly what is needed. 27 minutes left in this game. Maybe something can still happen, although very unlikely with 3 goals to go.
Here's that substitution we're talking about, Kevin. Now Adrian Bush going to his bench, going to get a little bit of height here. What do you like with this substitution?
Yeah, you know, like I mentioned before, Sean Van Gro, the tallest player on UT's team. He's 6'8", big guy. He's definitely going to be a good target going forward, especially on the set pieces. You know, like we just saw those corner kicks and the crosses. He's one of those who will get his head on that and try to convert it into a goal. But something else now for West Alabama to deal with that maybe they haven't dealt with before, such a tall target.
Yeah, we're going to go to Ian now. Ian, what do you think about Sean Van Gro, the tall presence for the Spartans? You know, he needs to really bring something to the Spartans' attack to give them some life here.
Short
Hello, Connor. Yeah,
West Alabama.
Especially with the scoreline being 4-1, like Tampa need a goal, and going to and now considering that De Sosa hasn't really gotten into the game, you're going for another striker with height, may be able to change that, maybe get them a goal to get them back into the game. Yeah, and the shot right there just isn't wide.
Ooh, and that pass just out of bounds. Easy throw for West Alabama now.
Like, yeah, they're probably really going to start taking their time with these throws because they've got this game under control. Yeah, are they looking for a 5th goal here?
Great turn, and Brador just gets it taken away by Constantine. Tries to go wide, but De Souza can't quite save it. It'll be a throw for West Alabama once again. Spartans really on the back foot here. They need to go forward and make something happen, not just give the ball away.
And another West Alabama player there, right open. Spartans really need to cool down.
Roberts
really get their
Kieran, and
what a shot!
Great strike from Kieran Mull. You know, that is about 35 yards out. You can't hit it better than that. Just a straight line into that upper 90 corner. Once again, Jake Richards powerless to do anything against it. An absolute rocket. Man, and the Spartans are now down 5-1.
Well, I think that really just kills the game now. Like, that all but confirms that West Alabama are going to go through.
Yeah, unless something drastic happens, you know, I don't see West Alabama giving this one up.
Yeah, especially with the way they're playing. They're cruising the Spartans. Let's not forget that the Spartans did have an unbeaten record at home going into this game. Like, what's your take on West Alabama coming here and completely outplaying a team that hasn't lost on their home turf this season?
Yeah, you know, they're doing very well finishing their chances. I think that's been the biggest difference. Most of the time, what we've seen so far, if they get a chance, it's been like a 75% chance that ball's ending up in the back of the net.
Yeah, that is what you need in these games, especially in the big games. Your big players need to show up in the big games here. Just like Ali Brador has been doing this game, scoring a hat-trick. And here they go for another one.
Shot and fizzes it over the bar. Richards upset. His defenders are just letting them run, letting them take open shots. You know, no one's stepping in between. Sometimes you just got to put a body on someone, you know.
Do you think that the Spartans have does it look like they have given up on this game here?
I wouldn't say given up, but the confidence is definitely down now, you know. Just seeing that scoreboard, when it says 5-1 and you're on the lower end of that, it's not a good feeling. So, especially knowing it's 25 minutes left in this game.
Ooh, and here Ali Berdor getting he's clean through on goal, looking for number 4
chase,
here.
But look at the attitude here. Like all the defenders recovering, it's been a jog. You have to sprint back and prevent that 6-1. You know, that's what the difference has been. No one's getting in front of the defenders right there. No one's trying to shut him down, put a body on him, make it uncomfortable for the guy so he just can't take an open shot and place it wherever he wants. That's what they've been doing. That's why Alabama's been scoring. They've been taking advantage of it big time.
Yes, and definitely these West Alabama players will definitely want to avoid the Tampa crowd here after this game.
Nah, Tampa crowd's harmless. They're just loud, having fun.
Yeah, well, definitely Ali Berdor, though, because I've heard a lot of boos going on against him tonight.
Getting the game going here again. Back to Jack Shields.
Yeah, West Alabama, they've got their defense is very, very composed. Well, except for that play right there, giving a throw straight back to Tampa. Here, Toure with the ball up. Here, Tampa really, really need to get back into this game, but especially now that they're throwing men forward, they're gonna be exposed at the back here. And getting numbers back on defense is very hard, especially with legs being a little shaky here.
Holman clears that out for the throw.
And on that note, I will hand back to Connor Moore.
Yeah, we're back here at 5-1 Tiger lead over the Spartans. They've really brought it to the Pepin Stadium.
Every goal so far has just been, not a slop goal, not something where it just barely skips in. All have been very, very well taken chances. Downing has it taken away from him. And through the legs here from McLeod.
Yeah, I mean, obviously Tampa has not been pleased with their performance today, but it's important to give credit when credit is due, and you got to give credit to West Alabama. This is a team. This is not a team that is pulling off an upset here. They, as we mentioned before, had the better record coming into the year, so they have been they've won every game on the road. So they've that hasn't been a real fatigue for them. We talk about long bus rides, but whether it's staying in a hotel, they've really all season long brought it, and that's what they've done today here in Tampa.
Yeah, definitely impressive performance coming on an away game, putting in 5 here, possibly more, but showing good control throughout this game. And we see Michael Cabuzio has entered the field for the Spartans. Substitution was not announced, but he is on the field.
Yeah, at this point, why not? Adrian Bush might as well get some other guys some looks because, today has just not been the Spartans' day. But, hey, maybe one guy off the bench can really, get a couple of goals here and change the feeling of the Spartans as we conclude the game.
Throw by Bay Downing, far throw. Cabuzio challenges for it. It's cleared out. And Brador challenging again, but Sugden defers all the way back to Richards. Richards finding Cabuzio out wide. Great ball from the goalkeeper. Sugden with the cross. Falls to Van Gro. Shoots in high.
The right idea by Van Gro, just couldn't get under that ball, and he ended up, soaring that one into the sky. Kevin, as a former player, Adrian Bush with such a reputable, resume, he's going to, really bring it, I think, moving forward. We got Richards as a sophomore. He's a tremendous player, so a lot to be happy about. Lewis Sugden, only a sophomore. Juancho Fernandez, a sophomore. So a lot to be excited about for the future of the Spartan soccer team.
Yeah, something good to build on. Definitely some key players there. But he'll also be losing a couple players, too, in Bay Downing, Monty Barrow, and a couple others there.
Yeah,
DeSosa's leaving as well. So, good players are staying, but good players are also leaving that are going to be replaced. So, key for the Spartans in this spring season is bringing in the recruits, maybe finding who can fit this system very well.
Absolutely. This is a proud Spartan soccer team. They have a very respectable, portfolio. I think Adrian Bush, one of the best coaches in the region, he really does a good job with his team.
And that corner just headed out from Sean Van Gro. Gave Ali Brador a run for his money there, and he seems to be hurt. He's not really moving.
Something you got to look forward to. I mean, if you're a Tiger fan, you know, it looks like the West Alabama win. What would be the status of Ali Brador if this is a significant injury moving forward? That would be a crucial loss.
Yeah, you know, we'll see how it goes from here. Hopefully he'll be all right. Will be needed in the next round. He's been a key part of this Alabama offense today. You know, 3 goals, almost a couple assists, definitely making chances happen. And on this game, West Alabama with 17 shots, 10 of them on goal, 5 of them in. So, you know, good conversion right there. 50% of the ones that are on target are going in. Tampa with 14, 7 on goal, only 1 goal that actually counts. 6 saves for West Alabama, 5 for Tampa, 8 fouls for West Alabama, 7 for Tampa, 6 corners, West Alabama, 7 Tampa, and 1 offsides for Tampa. So pretty even overall, except for the scoreline, really.
Yeah, I mean, I think a guy we got to mention is Harrison Roberts. You know, he's kind of gone under the radar, but 3 assists. You know, he is setting up his teammates for success. He has 3 assists to Ali Brador, so that has been a lethal combination. You know, just a 1-2 punch, and the Spartans really haven't been able to answer that.
Yeah, he's been doing very well, being a great playmaker, sitting just under the forwards. So those 2 going forward, you know, that's a big threat for whoever plays West Alabama next.
Yeah, I mean, after seeing this game, I would not want to face West Alabama. This is a complete team, top to bottom of the lineup. They do everything very well. And, you know, this is not a bad Spartans team, Kevin. You've been with them all year. I mean, this is a real talented team that, you know, I think is kind of shook at the moment. You know, 5-1 at home. They've been undefeated at home. So, you know, credit the Tigers for really bringing it here to Pepin Stadium.
Yeah, you know, definitely amazing job by them coming in here, enemy territory, and really laying it on the Spartans. You know, like you said, Spartans haven't lost at home this season. And looks more likely than not that they will tonight.
Yeah, I'm just going to say it again. You know, if you're a Spartan player right now, just do not look at the scoreboard. You know, whether it's getting a big goal, you know, it's just the little things, you know, that you can, you know, go into the off season if you're unable to win today and, you know, be happy with, you know, that we fought for a full 90 minutes.
Yeah, I mean, regardless of that, you know, 5-1, it's hard to be happy about anything at that point, you know, as a player. But you're right. Just don't pay attention to the score. Just know you have to get a goal back. Do whatever you can. Give all your energy to get at least 1. If you get that with enough time, then give all your energy to get another one. But right here, McLeod inside the box, shoots, blocked by Constantine.
Yeah, Constantine, great straight-up defense. He's on the ground at the moment. It was a, you know, real one-on-one battle, and there was a lot of contact, but good straight-up D there.
Toure finds Sugden, looking to build out of the back now to Fernandez. Finds Bay Downing, his right flank. Bay looking, trying to find that through ball to Salokat. Just a little inaccurate there.
I'm liking what I'm seeing. The Spartans are not going down without a fight. That just comes down to pride and integrity. You know, they're not going to crumble at their home field. They're going to go down swinging, and that's what they're doing at the moment.
So substitutions again, 1 for each side. Hovet being taken off.
Alabama, number 17.
Can't read the number yet.
Number 10, Mano. And subbing in for Tampa, number 5, Berg for number 3.
So Berg replaces Hovet for the Spartans, and Macias is in replacing number 10, Mayneal, for West Alabama. So Brador with the nice flick onto McLeod. He's probably going to try to give it back to him right away off the shins of Constantine, and he'll take the throw.
Yeah, you know, you can't say it enough. Ali Brador really has an elite skill set. He's not a one-dimensional player. He can really bring it at any aspect of the game. You mentioned a graduate student. You wonder what the next step is for him. I think he can definitely continue to play soccer at a high level. You know, he's a hat trick today. Very impressive.
Yeah, he's done well. You know, it's all a question on how many years he has left that he's eligible to play as a graduate student, and then what he wants to do after.
Subbing in for West Alabama, number 25, Webster, for number 9.
Webster coming in, replacing Brador for West Alabama, and Montebaro coming in for the Spartans to replace Cabuzio. So Bay Downing here with the throw down on the West Alabama end. Far throw again, looking for the flick on, and easily snatched up by Brad Lewis.
Yeah, that's kind of just summarized the day for the Spartans, Kevin. You know, we've had a ton of great looks, just not quite able to, you know, capitalize.
Yeah, it's either been the post, the keeper, or just a near miss on a few occasions. Spartans, you know, like I said before, 14 shots, 7 on goal, so the chances have been there. They just haven't gone in.
Yeah, it's all momentum. You know, a couple of those goals go in. You know, a couple of them don't for the Tigers. And we could be looking at like, you know, a 3-3 game at the moment. Yeah. So it's a matter of inches, you know, as it is in any sport, really.
The shots from the Tigers today just absolutely unstoppable on basically all occasions. You know, 2 upper 90 shots, the other 3 bottom corner, perfectly picked out. So, you know, hard to deal with. And Constantine, great tracking back there. Webster maybe get another goal for the Tigers.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, you can't fault Jake Richards. You know, I think the loss of Zach Suffel is definitely a big contributor to the Tigers' success. But a lot of defensive miscues that we aren't used to seeing from the Spartans that really propelled the West Alabama offensive attack.
As you mentioned, Sofel, a big loss. He was typically the guy to shut down whoever's trying to shoot at the moment. And that hasn't happened this game, and, you know, we see it on the scoreline. So 2 more substitutions for West Alabama. Gonsalves in for West Alabama.
Coming in for Tampa, number 15, Sofel, for number 25, Van Gro.
Oh, and Sofel is actually back in the game, I guess. You know, he's probably saying, concussion or not, let me play.
Exactly. Hey, you got to like that from a player, you know, putting the team on his back, not caring about, you know, maybe his concussion status. He wants to be in the game.
Yeah, and, oh, it looks like he's got something on his eye, maybe some tape or some stitching. Maybe that's why we haven't seen him. Maybe he had his head busted open and we didn't see it, but, you know, this head-to-head collision did put him out for a majority of this game.
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely had a big impact on the result. His presence, you know, not having him is a tremendous loss for the Spartans.
Near miss from Fernandez there. Finds De Sosa, flicks over the top to Downing, and headed out. It'll be a throw for the Spartans. Quickly taken by De Sosa. Good pass from Downing. De Sosa. Yeah. You know, just making that a little too easy. Can't let yourself fall that easy.
Yeah, the senior De Sosa not happy. He's like, come on, Mr. Officials, 5-1, blow the whistle.
Yeah, you know, I understand what he's trying to do, but there's sometimes where you just got to be tough and you got to push through. Even if something does hit you, push through. You're in the box, you have the ball. Your team's down by 4 goals. Try to smash one in.
Absolutely. You know, we've been talking about it all game. You know, do not put the fate in the hands of the official. Just, you know, take full control. See another collision there.
Sofel on the ball, finds Sugden. Back to Constantine, launches it forward. Fernandez manages to control it. Dance around, finding Sugden. Long ball attempt. Straight into the arms of Brad Lewis.
Yeah, Brad Lewis elevating on that save. Nicely done. He's had a good game today, you know. He's been pretty sound. Only 1 goal for the Spartans. They've gotten, you know, 7 shots on goal, 14 shots overall. So he's done a nice job, you know, really getting them out of rhythm.
Yeah, you know, saving basically all 7 shots that came his way. All but 1. You know, and it does mess with you maybe a little bit as an attacking player. Like, man, I can't score on this guy. What's going on? Especially when the other team's putting past you like every other shot.
Sure, yeah. I mean, it's contagious, you know. you look at like a guy like DeSosa maybe to really come out early hot. That kind of has an effect on the rest of the players. If he's taking my best teammate out of the game, I'm kind of in a funk too. So mentally, it definitely has a big impact on you.
Yeah, so the shutdown of DeSosa and the other attacking players early on, and then the loss of Sofel in the defensive half. It's all come back to bite the Spartans here. But they're definitely trying to push back, maybe get one more before this game's up.
Sure, yeah. I mean, you got 10 minutes. Go down with a fight. No reason to just kind of fall asleep here and crumble. You gotta go down and play with pride. That's what the Spartans are going to do. This is a proud program that really takes pride in playing a full 90 minutes. We're going to go down to Ian now, who's on the field. We're going to just get a feel, about some of these Spartan players. What do you think about these substitutions, Ian?
Solid cut out wide, cuts into the box, gets past a couple players, tries the shot, it's blocked.
Well, I do think that the substitutions were very, very necessary for the Spartans, especially considering that the scoreline is 5-1 and that they need a spark, like someone to lighten up this game for them. But credit to West Alabama, they haven't let anything go against them, and it's been very good.
So that'll be another corner kick here for the Spartans. Sean Van Gro actually taken off the field, so no longer the huge target when the Spartans have a set piece and ability to maybe use him. DeSosa with the corner, finds Barrow in the box.
And
tries a shot, doesn't quite catch all the volley there. And straight into the air from Pereira.
We're getting a lot of high balls, and here we go. West Alabama looking to counter and eventually score one more goal on the Spartans, but to no avail.
Fernandez to Sugden. Sugden looking over the top, trying to find Downing. Gets a toe on it, can't control it. However, Barrow finds the ball midfield. Spartans still trying to build up here in the attacking third. 8.5 minutes left to go. Fernandez, great moves, getting to the sideline, crosses in.
Ooh. Well, Spartans definitely not giving up now. But credit to West Alabama. I think that the timing, like when they got their goals, it was like crucially important. Like at the halftime, remember, it was only 3-1, and I think the timing was like really important. Like their fourth goal came like pretty early in the second half, if I'm not mistaken, and that put like Tampa on the back foot even further. And then their fifth goal came at a time when the Spartans were really dominating and to like really crush the spirit. So I think the timing of West Alabama goals they came at a very good time for them.
Sugden with the throw.
What was your take on that?
Back to Sugden, crossed into the box, headed wide. Sofel might have a shot here, cracks it, and cleared.
Did not time that perfectly. Yeah, West Alabama trying to counter attack here.
And Constantine chases back to Richards. Richards, a little touch over McLeod, and clears it out of bounds, playing it safe. Quality of Richards there. Not a lot of keepers capable of taking a touch like that.
Definitely, I feel like who would you say has been the best player for the Spartans, Kevin?
Jake Richards, hands down. He's been keeping them in the game, making sure the scoreline doesn't get higher than what it already is. Definitely high-level keeper right there, making key saves, a few one-on-one saves, and the ones that did go in, there's not much you can do about it. Like I said before, 2 upper 90 shots, and the other one's basically point-blank range, bottom corner. So he's been excellent tonight, just luck not in his favor as far as goals go.
So, and what does that say about Tampa, like considering like the goalkeeper is your best player and
so in on goal. Hey, tonight it's just, Jake Richards is always excellent all the way around. Every game.
Yeah, but does that say
a lot to offer? But tonight it's just been a story of the defenders leaving those players open, allowing them to get the free shots so they can place in those perfect positions past Richards.
Does that say something about your team, like considering you've conceded 5 goals and your goalkeeper being the best player? Does that say something about?
Not necessarily. It could just be an off day. It could just be, Alabama taking advantage of their opportunities better. Like we mentioned before, the shots overall are pretty even. Shots on goal also pretty even. Just happen to be more perfect opportunities placed in from West Alabama, and
DeSosa.
DeSosa there, kind of a half-hearted effort to keep in with the heel there. I feel like he's already mentally out of this game.
Yeah, well, I'm sure most of the Spartans are, but definitely with the score line being at 5-1, but there's nothing you can do. You just gotta fight it out. There's a lot of time wasting here from West Alabama.
Hakeem Ali with the throw, trying to find Pereira.
Spartans trying to get back into this game here. And on that note, I will hand back to Connor Moore up in the studio.
And Kieran, with a great call looking for Pereira, but cut out by Constantine. And there are 5 minutes left to go in this game. Oh, there is an injured player for the Spartans. Jake Richards holding it, letting the referee know. It looks like Lewis Sugden is down, holding first his face, now his ankle.
Yeah, at this point of the game, both teams don't want to see anybody go down. 5 minutes to go, and what's a pretty handily one game by the Tigers here. So this is something you don't want to see.
Yeah, I mean, like you said, especially either team, it's already kind of been decided who's going to win. There hasn't been any bad blood this game yet, at least. So there hasn't been anything scrappy where maybe players wish ill on other players. I'm sure both teams just want to see everyone get through healthy now, regardless of the result.
Absolutely, yeah. I mean, that's something you got to enjoy about the Tampa Spartans culture. You're not seeing any fights in the parking lots after the games. These are pretty, respectable, teams. So I think, these teams have a lot of respect for each other. Two really proud programs. So yeah, like you said, no bad blood, a lot of respect. And, the better team won today. That was the Tigers. And we mentioned, it was a real evenly fought game, just a matter of breakaways, capitalizing. Ali Brador in the first half had the hat trick, and the Spartans just couldn't quite get that rhythm flowing.
Yeah, Ali Brador probably the biggest difference here tonight with those 3 goals and then creating havoc up front otherwise. But for the Spartans now, Lewis Sugden replaced by Diego Ornelas. He's getting his 5 minutes of NCAA play.
Yeah, big moments for these guys off the bench. Say you played in a NCAA playoff game, that's something you should take a lot of pride in, and something you can talk about, for the rest of your life.
Yeah, because not a lot of players get to do that when you think of overall, not a high percentage. So good experience definitely for the players that get to come in, maybe take something into next year, build on that. But Montebello with the throw here. Throws it, trying to find Toure, who's in the box, gets a head on it, but can't quite direct it where he wants. Sofel finding DeSosa out wide.
Yeah, Spartans just got to be aggressive here. Nothing to lose. 4 minutes, go all out on the offensive end. Let's get another goal here. Why not?
Yeah, which we are seeing some of that. I mean, Toure, typically a center back, up high and Downing with the header. Straight into the arms of Brad Lewis, but, a little bit of a sliver of hope there that it might get one.
It seems like this whole game, Brad Lewis has just been in the right spot at the right time. He's no matter where the ball is going, he's just there, and that has been, a little bit of him just anticipating where the ball is going to be. But the Spartans, they're getting the looks they want.
Yeah, he's got great positioning. I'm not sure if you've played FIFA Ultimate Team, but with the way goalies are rated, diving, kicking, handling, and one of the big ones is positioning. So, Brad Lewis doing great with that right now. Not necessarily the biggest keeper, only at 6'1". Most keepers are fairly tall at 6'3" at least, especially once you get to the pro leagues. But, he's making up for that with his great positioning. Hasn't let anything but one in tonight. DeSosa in the box, dribbles, doesn't shoot, and, that's one of those things where you just got to pull the trigger.
You got to pull the trigger.
Can't make it too perfect.
Yeah, you're inside 10 feet there. You just got to shoot. You're trying to thread the needle, but,
Great moves there from Fernandez, and it's, taken away. Brad Lewis with the clearance to Pereira. But, yeah, sometimes if you're in the box, you got half a yard to shoot, and you're basically dead center of the goal. Pull the trigger, shoot. McLeod on the ball. Oh, and offside. That will not count. Offside call. Gaspard Donnelly.
Yeah, I like Jake Richards' sense of urgency. Grabbed that ball right out of the net and said, hey, guys, let's go. I mean, we got 2 minutes to play. We got some soccer to be played.
It's not over till, final whistle. Bay Downing here with the shot. Straight at Lewis again.
It was important that you mentioned that, Kevin. The biggest part of goalkeeping is positioning, and that has been what Brad Lewis at perfect position every time, it seems, for the Tigers.
Yeah, he's been very, very good on his positioning tonight. I mean, you know, if you take everything else away, whether you can catch a ball or how fast you are or whatever, take all that away, if you're positioned right 100% of the time, that ball's just going to hit you.
Definitely. I mean, a bicycle
by Toure. Doesn't connect, but very close, and Bay Downing misses that follow-up opportunity.
Oh, yeah, that brought the crowd to their feet a little bit. A nice little bicycle attempt. I like it.
Yeah, a little bit of excitement. Nice Meg there from Salokat. Tackles, gets it back from Pereira. And Kieran Mull finds Pereira on the outside again. Just over a minute left in this game.
Yeah, you know, we got like 70 seconds here to play in the Spartans season, so I love the energy. No one's, you know, standing around. They're really trying to score one more goal here, send the crowd home with something, you know, to be happy about.
Yep, 1 minute left. Kieran Mull on the ball. He's going to look for Gaspar. Put him into space. Constantine back to Richards. Bay Downing, does not connect on the volley. Instead gets to Souza, who needs to pull the trigger here. He needs to stop trying to make it so perfect. That is my one biggest pet peeve, whether watching or playing with a player such as De Souza.
And wait a minute, this is Brad Lewis, and De Souza's just angry. He took a shot at the defender, and Brad Lewis, that is something you just cannot do. Guys, there's 18 seconds to play. We played a clean game. Come on now.
Yeah, that's just honestly very disgraceful there from De Souza, like unacceptable.
Come on, guys, 18 seconds to play. Let's just get this game done. I mean, I understand it. De Souza's, you know, emotionally upset. You know, he had a bunch of opportunities, but at this point, let's just play the game. You know.
I mean, it's his own fault though. He should have pulled the trigger earlier. You know, you can't make it too fancy. You can't be too showboaty. Sometimes you just got to get the job done, which he hasn't tonight. And you can't let it out on an opposing player like that. That's just unacceptable.
Right. I
don't like seeing that as a commentator, a person in the crowd, especially not an alumni of the team. You know, that's just unacceptable to me.
Yeah, nobody wants to see that. I mean, both these coaches at this point are just like, hey, you know, we respect each other. We're going to see this will be interesting, though, moving forward with Brad Lewis getting a card. You know, you wonder about his eligibility moving forward, not getting the yellow.
Yeah, I mean, you know, yellow cards typically don't affect the next round too much unless he's had a build-up over the year, which I don't think he's had really any.
Yeah. I mean, Brad Lewis was just, you know, in a moment of rage. He saw his defender get hit and, you know, natural reaction to just retaliate. But as we mentioned, you know, this game has been so clean so far. It's a shame to see it in the last minute get a little bit, you know, chippy.
I mean, you know, it's a natural reaction. You see one of your teammates take a cheap shot, you're not going to be happy about it. You're going to want to stand up. So
it sounds a lot like you, Kevin. You know, when you were playing in the day, you know, if someone takes a shot at your guy, you'd be the first one to get in the...
I'd be the guy to lay in a hard tackle, you know, try to make it as clean as possible, but, you know, it is what it is. If you hit one of my teammates, it is what it is.
Oh, yeah.
You kind of made your own bed there.
Definitely. And we see another collision.
Referee blows the whistle, but that time is not stopping, so this will finish that game. All right, so at full time, West Alabama comes away 5-1 with the win over the University of Tampa. Things a little bit chippy here in the last 15 seconds. Typically a clean match up until then, very even throughout, all but the scoreline. Ali Brador with a hat trick in the first half, and then a couple of nice upper 90 shots from Stephen Carroll, as well as, I believe that was, Kieran Mull with that last one, the fifth one, that rocket upper 90. The lone goal for the Spartans coming off a corner kick from Lewis Sugden, headed in from Fernandez. But, it's really been a story of two finishing right here. One team has the luck and, everything's perfect. And then the other team, whatever they do, hits a post, hits Brad Lewis, who's in a perfect position goalkeeping-wise, or they just flat-out miss. But great game, great performance here for Western Alabama, and they will move on to the next round. Any thoughts left, Connor?
Yeah, I mean, you see how devastated the Spartans are. You see Sugden, and at the moment you see, Sofel just down on the ground because they mean so much. They put in so much hard work this season. It's a bummer it had to end this way, but, from an overall glance, tremendous season by the Spartans. You got a home game. I mean, I think that's a lot to be happy about. You played a real talented West Alabama Tiger team that, has been victorious every road game. So they came in, they've been on a journey and they've been on a mission where they think they can win regardless of where they're playing.
Yep. So, yeah, great performance from West Alabama, and definitely some notes now for the Spartans to build upon. Maybe, not letting those players take the open shots. But, it has been a wonderful game here with Kevin Knowles and Connor Moore. We'll say goodbye, and good luck to West Alabama in the next game. Thank you for watching.